Did anybody? Sorry, did anybody else hear that? This isn't a bit. I genuinely got spooked because it sounded like there were footsteps behind me. Anyways, hello there. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Actually, wait, that's not my intro. Sorry, rewind. Oh, hello. You've caught me at a time, and that time is now, where I'm going to continue digging my hole that I was digging in the last episode. I was not going to be playing Minecraft, although I did think that it was prudent of me to continue playing Minecraft for this week's video, because, well, because of some really fun and important things that have happened that I briefly talked about in the last video, but I'm going to talk about here at the beginning of this video, because according to analytics, which I looked at for the first time this year because of my friend Jojo, people only watch the first 6 minutes of my videos, except when they're doing homework or like cleaning or something. So I figured like I'm going to talk about it in the first 6 minutes because that's like the most important part of the video. So I am making a Minecraft server, but not just a Minecraft server because I've already done that before, but I'm making a Minecraft, like, I hate the word, but like SMP thing. So where content creators and stuff like that, especially those that are sort of more interested in like the wholesome side of Minecraft, I think. I don't actually know what it's going to be like. But my friend Jojo is really excited about this SMP project, and she's been doing so much effort, like so much more effort than I have, and it is just absolutely phenomenal, the dedication that she's been doing, or she's had on this. And you know, I just wanted to briefly say that that if you are a content creator who plays Minecraft, or know any content creators who play Minecraft, and I don't mean like big content creators, obviously, like, you know, that was one of the rules that I had. I didn't want to work with any big content creators again. So if you are a content creator whose channel is like, we'll say probably like a 1,000 subscribers or fewer, then feel free to leave a comment down below. We also have an application. The link to that like form is going to be in the description below. And yeah, feel free to fill that out. It's pretty cool. The story of that is, I don't know if, well, I don't actually know the story, because the story is being, I know the initial premise of it, which is that that all of the content creators are appearing in this one world. Oh, it's a modded survival world, by the way. It's not just vanilla survival. And also there's a whole like lore team that's like helping out on it, built of like a lot of people that we trust and have worked on like lore and stuff for my channel before, and they are absolutely phenomenal what they're able to do. So don't expect it to be like a regular Minecraft server. It's a lot of, weirdly, it's kind of like a LARP is probably the best way I can think of it. Like a LARP, or I don't know, but you get it. It's there's lore, there's mods. Ooh, I paved that path. There's lore, there's mods, there's like probably going to be hidden structures and stuff. I'm not on the lore team, so I have no idea what we're going to find. But the premise is that we're all appearing in this universe all together, but separated by like thousands and thousands of blocks, and we have to sort of survive while not knowing at all what's going on there. And if that's something that sounds interesting to you, feel free to fill out the application down below. Anyways, yes. Now for the rest of this video, it's going to be pretty normal. But yeah. Ooh, there's also a trailer for it. I'll link the trailer up in the top right corner, or wherever those like link cards appear. Yeah, so for those of you that are just joining me now and haven't seen my last video, welcome. you've just made it past the 6 minutes that people usually watch. Congratulations! You're now in the special team, the special category of people who watch my viewers, or watch my viewers, who watch my videos. I hope you're not watching my viewers, unless that viewer is you, and that is, you are watching yourself through a mirror. Actually, that's still a little bit weird. Why are you standing there looking at yourself in the mirror all day? I'm kidding. I do that too, actually. I make a lot of silly faces at myself in the mirror. Just because that's... Whoa. What in the... What the... What the... What... 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 What? Apparently C does a slow zoom in, so if I do this... Dun dun... Dun dun... Dun 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 dun. Is it gonna? Oh, hello. Anyways, yeah. So today we're just gonna continue flattening out this plane. I think that my idea is to make a farm. Just a really big farm, and so I'm leveling out this whole mountain. But I'm not sure. I have made a lot of progress though. Like, look at this, it's all flat. Which is, oh, there's a bed right here. I could have slept up here. Completely did not realize that. Okay. Radical. Nifty. Swifty, even. Have you ever watched Rick and Morty? I used to watch Rick and Morty. Because my little sister told me that she should, or that I should watch Rick and Morty. But now I really don't. I don't know. I kind of lost interest in the show because it seemed like needlessly violent and cruel. And those kind of things, they don't really do well in my head with me. I don't know. It just does not feel right. Also, I'm gonna turn this down to like 75, maybe, because that seems pretty loud. I don't know. Let me know if this is still too loud. Usually I keep my volume around like 50%, so I don't know why I put it at 75 if my normal is 50. Yeah, this seems better. I don't know. The Minecraft volume scale is kind of weird. Like, it doesn't work how I imagine it should work. You know? Because sometimes when you turn down the volume, like lightning, for example, lightning is always the same volume regardless of what your slider is. Like, it is always as loud as it is ever going to be. You know? I think maybe the developers for Minecraft, or Mojang, I guess, were imagining like, lightning is a loud, or like thunder is a loud thing, so we should make thunder as loud as possible, like, and just make it that loud, but then they didn't, fix it with regards to the volume slider. So it always blows out your speakers no matter what. Which is actually something that I had to contend with in a video of mine before, where I was playing a horror map, and then that horror map had a lot of lightning on it, and then I had to find and install a whole separate mod just to fix the lightning. Yeah, and that was very annoying to contend with, and also to edit around, and to fix. And I have a lot of dirt, which makes sense because I'm digging down an entire mountain. Break. This is kind of the thing that I enjoy the most in Minecraft, though, is just sort of like doing a menial task. You know? Ooh, flowers! That's so pretty! I was not expecting flowers when I saw that, but it was like, boom. Beautiful. The world. And it's peonies and rose bushes. Peonies are actually one of my favorite flowers in Minecraft, actually. My number 1 favorite flower is a blue orchid. Fun fact. Just because I like the color. Also, the name blue orchid kind of implies that, like, other colors of orchids exist in Minecraft, but they don't. And that confuses me. Why is the flower name in Minecraft called a blue orchid if there's no other colors of orchid? You know, it just seems like, it seems unnecessary. At that point, you could just call it an orchid. You know, because it's the only one of its kind. Which is kind of a lonely existence, actually. You know, I don't know. It's kind of a lonely existence to be that orchid. But maybe they just needed a flower to have the color light blue. Because I think that there's a flower for every color of... No, there's not. Because there's no green flower. And there's no brown flower. Interesting. Or maybe they just wanted, like, natural sources of those dyes. Because, like, cocoa beans is natural. I guess ink sacs are natural. I think you could get black ink from wither roses too, though. And actually, there's a lot of different sources of red. Like, red and white. Weird. Why? Yeah, no, why, there should be more orchids. There should be more orchids, I think. There should be more. I want a green orchid. And a chartreuse orchid. What color is chartreuse? Is chartreuse just green? Let me, hang on. Now I've got to Google this. Chartreuse. Color. It's like a yellow green. Also, apparently chartreuse is a liqueur, which I didn't know. Or a liquor. Is it a liquor or a liqueur? Hang on, now I gotta Google that. It is a liqueur. Which I think that the difference between a liquor and a liqueur is just like the sugar content or the alcohol content, maybe. Like, liquors have more alcohol than a liqueur. I don't know. Fun fact, I took bartending school. Yep. That's a thing. That's a lore thing. Lore dump from Bun. He was in bartending school. I was in bartending school, and then I got hired at an escape room place, and so then I couldn't finish bartending school. So I went through the whole thing. I just didn't finish my final exam. Which is a little bit annoying, but that's okay. I plan to go back again someday, maybe, because I have like a lifetime, I paid the like lifetime tuition thing, so maybe I'll go back and finish it someday. But for now, I'm just like an unlicensed dude that knows how to make mocktails real good, because I don't make actual like alcoholic drinks and stuff. Just because I don't like how it makes me feel, and that's that, you know. There's a weird thing when you're learning how to like mix drinks and stuff, though. I guess it's not really weird because it's kind of the culture. Like, you're in bartending school, so you're gonna so the majority of people are gonna really like alcohol, you know, but there's like a interesting stigma where if you say that you don't drink, people are like really shocked and surprised, and people will keep pressuring you into drinking unless you give them a really good reason why you don't drink. And luckily I do have a good reason not to drink, which is that, or a good enough reason for them. Really, any reason not to do something is a good reason, and you should not let people tell you otherwise. Anyways, my reasoning and the way that I got around it is like I am on various medications, particularly one medication for my blood pressure, which is hydrochlorothiazide, and it is not recommended to drink any amounts of alcohol while on this drug. So, or medication, I should say, just because the YouTube censors don't like certain words. So I would tell them like, yeah, no, I can't drink because I'm on this medication that prevents me from from drinking. But it just seems weird, you know? Like, why is there so much pressure to drink? And why can't you just like acknowledge and accept that, hey, if someone tells you they don't want to do something, why is that not enough? You know? I figure that like if somebody tells me something about themselves, like, oh, like I don't like doing this or I don't want to do this, then I'm kind of inclined to believe them. You know, I'm not gonna be like no. It's kind of like that, like jumping off of a cliff analogy, you know? Like, I don't know if anybody else's, or I don't know if actually anybody's mom actually said this, but I would see in TV a lot where like moms especially would say, if all your friends jumped off a cliff, would you jump off too? And that's kind of what it feels like, you know? It's like all of your friends are jumping off of a cliff and they're really, really like pressuring you into jumping off of the cliff too. But for some reason, like when it's in regards to like alcohol and drinking and stuff, it's kind of normalized that like, hey, this is what this is gonna be like, you know? Oh, and I did look at analytics, so I know that like 20% of my audience, this conversation is not going to be applicable to. But actually no, because a lot of people are in Europe, and there's places in Europe where the drinking age is a lot lower than it is here in the United States. I think for most places the drinking age is 18. In some places the drinking age is 14, and in some places there's no drinking age at all. So it really depends. So maybe the culture, maybe there are people in that 20% of viewers that are below the legal drinking age in the United States can relate to this and are like, yeah, I don't want to drink, but people push me into it, or like I feel like I have to in order to fit in, you know. And I think that's unfair. I don't think that anybody should have to do anything in order to fit in, you know. Why is just being yourself with your own preferences not enough? You know? Why can you not just say, "Hey, I don't want to do this," or "Hey, I'm this way. This is who I am," and people can just accept it and be okay with it. I don't know. For certain things like drinking and stuff, it's just like, hey, if you don't drink, or if you don't like this specific thing that I also like, then you're bad for some reason. And that just seems ridiculous to me, you know? Everybody is different. And I think that, me personally, that it doesn't really matter what people's preferences are. If they say they don't like something, then just accept they don't like something and move on. That's okay. I don't know. That's what I think. Sometimes I think things and I'm like, this is either going to be super relatable and like a thing that lots of people are going to understand and really relate to, or it's just going to fall completely flat. Nobody's going to understand what I'm talking about. And this feels like kind of one of those things. But I just keep talking, because that's all I do. I've been told I'm quite a relatable person. I don't know how, but I sort of do my best. I exist and stuff, so maybe it is relatable. Or maybe it's not. maybe the relatable thing is that everybody wants to dig dirt sometimes. And just, that's all they focus on, is just doing this one task and doing this one task really, really well. I think that's why people watch Power Wash Simulator. Because Power Wash Simulator videos are like, are really well. Or like those like Tycoon Simulator things. That's kind of what Power Wash Simulator is it's like a tycoon game. Where you're like doing this one thing, and you get upgrades to do this one thing better. You know? Like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Power Wash Simulator, I would consider a tycoon game. You can... If you disagree with me on Power Wash Simulator being a tycoon game, let me know what you think it falls under in the comments below, because I'm a person who likes hearing and understanding other viewpoints. So, boom, take that, everybody who thinks I should drink alcohol. I don't know. I was trying to tie it in, but it didn't really work. And sometimes things don't work. But anyways, like, ooh, or that one game about digging a hole, you know, that's kind of in the same vein where it's just, actually that's a lot more relevant to what I'm doing right now, because I'm just like, you know, digging a hole. Oh, that's unfortunate. Boop. I'm almost out of shovels. Oh, I should probably get some cobblestone too, because I don't know if I'm running out of cobblestone or not. But I very well might be. Honestly, I thought that I would be running into cobblestone a lot sooner than I actually am. I know there's like some cobblestone over there, but I don't know. I just figured like clearing out all of this land, like all of this should be cobble already, but it's not. It's just I've got so much dirt to contend with now. And of course I can't get rid of any of it because it's, you know. Technically speaking, dirt is not a renewable resource in Minecraft. It's quite a plentiful resource, but technically speaking, you could deplete all of your world's dirt and you would have no way to get dirt again. You know, and that's just kind of a funny thing to me. There's actually very few renewable resources in Minecraft because, or cobblestone is a renewable resource, and you can make stone from cobblestone. Are there, what other non-renewable resources are there? I guess like granite, because you can't really make granite. Gravel you can't really make. Oh, there's iron over there. Look at that. Dirt definitely can't make. Can't make dirt. I wonder, imagine there was like a crafting recipe for dirt. Or if someday Mojang announced, hey, we're adding a crafting recipe so that you can craft dirt. It'd be kind of fun. It'd be fun because it's silly. You know, I understand that this is sort of an absurd thing to think about dirt as like something that you can use all of, but it'd also be kind of fun to have a crafting recipe. If there was a crafting recipe for dirt, would anybody want to see like a series where I just survive in a world without dirt? Is that that's probably been done before. I don't know. Or like a skyblock except no dirt, so you can't grow anything. That's just kind of funny to me. Speaking of not being able to grow anything, oh, there's oak planks in there that I'm about to use to make another chest to then fill with dirt, because that's all that I do. Boom, double chest. Double chest for double dirt. Boom, boom. And then I'm going to enter this chest. I'm going to get this. I need a lot more of you. I'm going to make a bunch of sticks. Boop. And I'm going to make a bunch of shovels. Boom. 10 whole chevelonis. which is the practical term for shovels, by the way. Shavlonis. You can look that up. Shavlonis is the proper term. Anyways, maybe I shouldn't. I accidentally did this before, where I was told to look something up before, and it turned out to be like a really bad thing. And I was like, oh, why would you make me look this up? And then they were like, ha 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 ha. And then there was even another time where I looked something up where neither of us knew what would actually come up if I looked it up. And we were both kind of disturbed. We're like, whoa, I did not know that this was a thing. So maybe don't look things up, or do look things up, but maybe don't look up random words, is what I'm saying, unless you want to be deeply disturbed. Luckily, I don't remember the things that I looked up that deeply disturbed me, so, you know, we're just going to chalk that up to either repressing the memory or just like dumb luck, in the sense that I am so dumb that I'm lucky, you know. Well, my memory has never been very good, so who knows? Who knows which one it could be? Who knows? I certainly do not. Break. Oh no. Oh, I forgot that I made a lot of shovels already. Break. Man, I really want to tame a wolf. Although I don't have any bones. Because I am playing on peaceful mode. Because I'm a peaceful boy who is afraid of all of the monsters and stuff. You know, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that it's an okay thing. Or maybe it's just a thing. Maybe it doesn't really matter what it is. Who knows? All I know is that the blocky skeletons and stuff like that, they spook me. They spook me bad. And I'm very afraid of them. And whenever they pop up on my screen, I go like, ah! And then it's scary to me. Anyways, I don't really have a good reason to play on peaceful mode other than that I don't like the monsters. Although the SMP earlier will not be in peaceful mode, so I will have to contend with that. Actually, I don't know if it'll be in peaceful mode. I don't actually know what monsters are going to be in the SMP either. Or if it's like, who knows? Who knows? I certainly do not. But it'll be a thing. It'll be a fun thing, I think. I think it'll be a fun thing. ZZZ. Boop. Also, the server hosting was already bought. We already bought the server hosting. Mostly because I'm dumb. For the SMP. The reason why we already have server hosting for the SMP, and technically the Minecraft server is live without any of the mods being on it, is because I was looking through plans or like pricing structures, because we were thinking about like, yeah, maybe we'll do an SMP. I was looking through the plans of it, and when I clicked on it, it just bought a plan, and I was like, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to learn more about it. And then I was like, oh no, oh heck, oh golly, oh gosh. And then I told JoJo, and then she's like, well, I guess we're doing an SMP. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so, sorry. And so, I mean, I guess I could have gotten a refund probably, but I didn't think about it. Maybe I should have thought about that. Anyways, we're doing an SMP now, so that's that's that. Right, we've got like a max of like 12 to 20 people. I think once we've got at least that many people, or like 12-ish people, then we'll probably do like a bada bing, bada boom, and then start the series then. But, you know, who knows? Zoom. Wow. Oh, that looks super weird. That looks super weird. When like all the pixels are compressed like that. Man, that looks like a texture glitch, actually. Oh, I forgot that. I just took a screenshot, and I forgot that it, like, I have it to set to take only large screenshots. So I just took a 4K image. Yeah. Oops. Or I think it's like 10 or 12K is what I have it set to. Oops. I only have it set that high because I was taking pictures and stuff for my desktop wallpaper. Because I thought it was pretty. And now it's set like that, so whenever I press F2, it lags my game like that. Which I should probably change before the SMP happens. That would probably be a good idea. Just because I don't want to accidentally take a really big screenshot while, like, in the middle of a battle with some baddies or something like that, you know? I don't actually know how it's gonna work out. I think it's, because everybody is spawning, like, thousands of blocks away from each other. I don't know. Or actually, I don't know if we're gonna spawn thousands of blocks away from each other, because I am not in charge of like the lore and stuff. Yeah. Although the lore for it was hinted in a previous video of mine, or like a whole previous series. So yeah, if in the future you're like watching the SMP and you discover this video and you're like, hey, I want to know more information on the SMP and stuff, it's hidden on my channel. Shh, shh, but don't tell anybody else. Don't tell anyone else. Anyways, hello. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anyone. Don't say a word. Anyways. Break, 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 break. Hop, break. Break, 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 break. Hop, break. And that's the proper way to do that, by the way. You've been following me around this whole time, actually. It's just, I'm really scared of accidentally punching you, because that would not be good for me. Just so long. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, dude. Stop it. Thank you. Jiminy Chrysler. Why? Why, dude? Oh, just... Alright, this dog is trying to sabotage me for sure. For sure. That is... Anyways, I don't even remember what I was talking about anymore. I don't remember what I was talking about. But yes, is what I'm saying. I agree. I don't know what I agree with because again, don't remember what I was talking about, but I wholeheartedly agree as I continue to dig out this dirt. I think this is probably all that I'm going to do in this video. It's all that I did in the last video. It's all that I do in a lot of my videos. It's like mostly nothing, but then a little bit of something. You know what I mean? And that little bit of something this time is a digging dirt. And that's what I want to do. So I think that once I've got like this dirt all dug up, I think that that's going to be the end of the video probably. Just to give myself like a solid end point because I am not the biggest fan of endings. So I think that's a good strategy to have for me for the future. Because oftentimes my videos tend to run a little bit long, just because I don't want to say goodbye. That's probably like some psychological thing with me that I do not want to dig into on this random YouTube video, but yeah. Also, these are not all like the same width. So this is actually this is gonna annoy the heck out of me as I'm going down, and has probably already been annoying some of the people watching this video. Like how irregular the spacing is between these like little groves and stuff. But don't you worry, it's all going to be destroyed in the end. La da dee 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 dee. Oh, speaking of the end, actually, for those of you that don't know, because I never talk about it, I run a podcast. It's called Board Fellows, or I'm currently hosting the podcast. The hosts sort of change. I've just been the most recent long form host, and it's a podcast where it's like a vodcast. Where it's like a video podcast. Anyways, but we play tabletop role-playing games, kind of like D&D, except the unspoken rule is that we never actually play Dungeons and Dragons. We play all of these other systems. Some of them are custom. The one that I run is a custom system that's called Paws and Claws, but that name's probably going to be changing to Brutalia at some point. But yeah, it's the really cool thing is that we are now in the final stages of that campaign, and it is so cool and it is so fulfilling to see. And a lot of these moments are like the coolest moments that I have ever had as a DM. I just think that it's really fun. It's really fun. Yeah. And of course I don't want to say anything because those videos we record videos once per week, but they only get uploaded every other week. So whereas we are almost on session 60, I think that the like actual uploads are only on like they're still in their 40s or like maybe late 30s, you know. So one of those things. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious! There's a lot of dogs here. Actually, there's at least 2, which I consider to be a lot because, you know, as they say in the legendary song, I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. Anyways. Have you heard that song before? It's really funny, actually. It's like, I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. Oh, sorry, that made me dizzy. I can only imagine what it was like for you. Yowza. I don't really think about it, but I was watching a Markiplier video for the first time in like years and years and years and years and years. I guess not years and years and years. I've probably like watched them like here and there, but I was watching one of his videos and he mentioned something about like being conscientious about like smoothing out his like mouse movements for the camera so that people don't get motion sick. And I was just thinking like, wow, that's a really nice and awesome and kind thing to do. Because I do get motion sick watching videos, and I am one of those people that like do get motion sickness. But then I was also thinking, right, I don't do that at all. And I kind of do like a lot of jerky movements and bounces and spins and stuff. And I'm just thinking like, has there been a whole like audience of people that I've been kind of alienating like an audience of people like me that I have been alienating strictly because I haven't been thinking about like how I'm moving my mouse, or like whether or not my videos are like motion sickness friendly, you know? Is that something that I should be thinking about? Like, I'm not a big channel. I don't want to have a big channel. But, like, even for the small, like, number of viewers that I do have, is that something that I should be thinking about? You know? Or am I, because I'm one of those people that have motion sickness and get motion sickness from videos, am I just sort of like... I feel like I jerk my camera around a lot, but because I'm a person that gets motion sick, am I jerking my camera around a lot in a way that helps with motion sickness? Is that a thing? I also have view bobbing on, so like my screen bobs around a lot. Is that a thing that like hurts people? You know, I know a lot of people turn off view bobbing because it, in like a lot of games, because it makes them motion sick. But I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if that's something that I should think about, or if it's just like an okay thing, you know, or if I'm already doing it subconsciously, like thinking about smoothing out my camera and stuff. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm not the greatest content creator in the world. Certainly not. And I don't think anybody expects me to be. So maybe it is okay. Or maybe I'm just a jerk. Who knows? Regardless though, keeping my promise, this is the end of the video. So thank you everybody so much for watching. And I shall see you in the next one, which will definitely not be Minecraft. Cut to me making another Minecraft video next week. Ugh. It's inescapable. Anyways, bye!